Sorry about that. I'll just name this 1.5. What the frick? Can I, like, do the thing? There we go. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had a hiccup. Machine lost power. Let me just go to my dashboard, my live board, and quickly do a thing. Ping. There, done. Alright, let's see. Can I load a save? No, I can't. I have to skip through everything. How do I skip? Skip mode. Ah, it won't skip. Options. Alright, let's just a test. Alright, I can press escape or space to end it. Alright. Anyway, let's try this again. I'm afraid this is sorry. I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please calm down, Isao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down. The way he tells me, he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It is a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back, and I think you'd like it. Looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school. And while it's not the same one, special school, that's an insult. That's what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. Adjusting my pop filter because it's rubbing my chin for some reason. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right. What are you, my mom now? And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues is in another hospital as a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny, I always thought of my life was actually kind of boring. But now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to my school anyway. But no, I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school. What are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. It's all I can think of to get me through this. At least, still have something. Even if it is a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It'd be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Interesting. Oh, what's this? That's me, right? Yeah, that's me. Act 1, Life Expectancy. Ooh. Nice art as usual. Oh god, the music! I'm gonna shoot myself. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster, assembled into a whole that didn't even feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace and alone. As that my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. Looks nicer than my school. Of course, my school only has one floor. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh-cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. Makes me shudder. I shake them off, stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. Let me check the stream real quick, guys. Hold on. 1 second. Oh, I can? Thank you for that, Alice. I can save at any time from the menu. Text Hutch. Oh, look at that. Boop. Oh, that's neat. It's very neat. Alright. That's also neat. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind this leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. Makes me think about the hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is the calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You look shady. You must be Niki? Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom teacher and science, your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. This is definitely Japanese. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. Or it's based on Japanese stuff. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, this afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention. But I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Nope. Oh, that is... Okay. Boom mic's being dumb. There we go. Why? Do I have to? Of course not. That's why I asked. Right. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Check the stream once again to make sure. You know, I don't see any stairs there, but I don't see any ramps. I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway, back to the stream. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Muto opens the door and enters. Wouldn't it be Sensei? Not Muto. Whatever. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip! This is a big step, and I know that. There isn't any point worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. And then the art takes a step down. Alright, let's see here. Looking at the picture, since this is a school for disabled students, I instantly noticed the girl with two different colored eyes. She's got a hypercrow, I don't know what it's called. I noticed the guy with the bandage on his head. There's that girl in the back covering her eye, but looks like she's got something on her hand. Anyway, let's stop trying to pick out the disabled people. That sounded colder. That sounded better in my head. Let's just continue. Follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I do not see any shelves underneath those desks. You lie. You lie to me. There are no shelves. Liar! I stop walking in the front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then why would they be here? My spacebar no longer works. They're probably like me, and I have something wrong with them. Oh, there's more students. Whoops. Only it's not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Who's missing her thumb? What? What? Who is missing her thumb? Who's missing her thumb? Whatever. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking to you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. She sees me looking back at her. She covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Yeah, she stands out like a sore thumb. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but wind up bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. Wait, what? Somebody has one hand? What? You know, I don't understand how you can live like this. Props to all the people that do. More power to you. After the applause, there's a brief silence, and nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noise, shuts up as he loses his momentum, and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Yeah. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and asks me to write it on the blackboard. I do that, and then turn back around to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him so intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends up in a bandaged stump. Makes me feel a little bad. Yeah, it does. Oh, look, it's the creepy shady guy again. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha ha ha. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi, C-chan. She-chan. Okay. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her. The one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods once, nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She is short, yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses, balanced on the tip of a dainty nose. Those don't look like they're on her nose. And dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?" I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would. Why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you, too. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan. Of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right. This is awkward. Misha looks at me with a weird expression, then continues. We don't know much about him, but maybe we'll find out later. Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given a better first impression than the teacher's drone and fumbling with my name. We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today, so soon. He-chan, right? He-chan? He-chan? Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You just look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a He-chan. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. I'm sorry about that. Shichen wants to follow you, wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with a hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just came straight to class today. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just the school either. That's true. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really? Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to going along with it. But anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. My ears are burning. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? What did you people... or what did you tell me to play? What am I playing? I don't like this. It's kind of cringe. To be honest. Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. It's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Ow. Alright. Oh, and another thing. You don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakimichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. What am I playing?
Jaden! Jaden!
Go away. Crap, you made me hit. Hush. Well, I didn't want to... Hush! So... I kind of just got interrupted, and I accidentally hit the skip button, which I didn't know what it was. Text history. Alright, God, now... Okay, that happens. Now I gotta look back through the text history to figure out what happened, all because my baby sister came in and interrupted me, telling me, we're eating snow cones. That happened. Oh God, please help me. Oh, it's terrible. I can't believe that just happened. Ow. Alright, give me 1 second, people. I will be right back. I promise. I just need to go sort something out. Oh my God, I can't believe that happens. I will be right back. I am so sorry. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes, I did get a snow cone. Oh, I kept all 3 of my viewers. That's surprising. Back to the game. I'm just going to be... Actually, so these snow cones, they're more like snow bowls. It's a snow cone in a bowl. A lot more snow cone there. Yes, I am eating while I'm eating this. So, hold on. Alright. Let me just read the text history. Thank God for that option. First, let me go close the door. Alright, here we go. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate? Yep, Shizune's fine. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. So do I. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who assumed I would be all business. Well, still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh? No, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. That too! Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get there, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Still, we finished it in a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. I wouldn't. Okay, I kind of would, actually, to be perfectly honest. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me to the hallway and down the stairs. I would descend even below the lobby where I met Muto. Down to the bottom floor. Wait a minute, is this underground? What? Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. Wait a minute. To the lobby. You went below the lobby. Well, the only lobbies I know aren't on anything but a ground floor. So, I don't know. Anyway, hold on just a second. Let me check the chat again. Alright, no, it's not underground. Yep, you're a bit late on that. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand signs, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there is something. I wonder. Oh, here we go. And I'm back. Back to where we're all caught up now with the actual game. I should have put more flavoring in this snow cone. Too late now. Ask about Shizune's deafness. I think I got about everything I need to know. Ask about the library. Well, let's logic this. Ask about Shizune's deafness. That's pretty rude. I'd say you don't ask about a disability somebody has. Here in good old America, that is. You shouldn't, at least where I live. I don't have everything I know, and I know that. And I am a bookworm. So let's ask about that. Well, yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby. Then picks up her smile again. There is. It's in the second floor. We can show you it sometime. Sorry if you can hear crunching. I'm chewing up shaved ice. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideway glances at me. Okay, this sound effects seem to be like getting really, really loud. There. How's the volumes? Tell me if they're good or not. Anyway. Ouch. I hate the delay between YouTube and me. It's like a frickin' 20-second delay almost. And no, I did not put on a delay. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly. Oh. Yeah. Throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they are talking about secret girl stuff or something. I wonder. I quickly notice the conversation and sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive at in the classroom early, but we're not the first. That dark-haired girl I noticed from before slumped over her desk at the last. Whoa! Okay. Those look like burns. Are those burns? Those have to be burns. That's who I noticed. That was the girl with something on her hand. Wow. Painful. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of her rhino. Well. Ow, cold, 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 cold. Ow. She shrieks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally, the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange, as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. I wish... Alright, off topic. I wish I had two mouths. One for eating and one for talking. Then I could eat and talk at the same time. Ha! No, that's stupid, really, but, you know, it's just a funny little thought. Let me check the chat, now that the 20 seconds is far past up. Oh, you don't think you can hear the game anymore? Whoops. Oh. That's because the desktop audio is muted. There you go. I hope you can hear it now. Tell me how the volumes are. I'll wait. And eat a couple bites of the snow cone. How does it sound? Okay. Flipped. And saved to its external folder called chat quotes. Stream quotes, actually. Alright, and save it there. 2mouths.png. There we go, clipped. Alright, you say it seems fine, so I'm gonna continue. Oh, one sec. Oh, brain freeze. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Tick tock, tick tock. Before long, the bell rings. Or the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizen are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Oof. I don't like the look on her face. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hee-chan. We gotta hurry already. There's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around out here. I'm sure of it. Ah, wait. The teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? If that's so, we can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. So, let's see. You say the flow of students, so that makes me think there's a crap ton of students here. And that makes me truly comprehend exactly how many, quote, students with disabilities there are just in this general area. Oops. I did a bad thing. 1 second. I'll be back. 1 second. I'm sorry, everybody. Microphone stand came out when I tried to move it. There we go, it's back in place. Put my headphones back on. And I am back. 1 second. While I look at the chat again. Alright, here we go. Anyway, it makes me comprehend exactly how many people with disabilities there are. Just a little dose of reality there. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. Guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping this will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On the white doors, on the left, is a green cross with the text "Head Nurse" and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. What the frick was that? One of my springs popped. Okay, that was weird. It didn't come off, it just kind of made a popping sound. Don't know what that was. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the coffee table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Coffee cup rings? Hello there, what can I do for you today? You are a nurse. Okay. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes I am. It says on the door, no? You can call me by name, or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student. My homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hiseo Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation and snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai! I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia related to congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He sits me down. He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. You look weird. I don't trust you. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. Like how it never tells me his name. There's all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Oh, you're one of those guys that keeps your eyes closed. Okay. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. I don't think you do brain surgery in a hospital. I think you go to a specialized office for that, but I could be wrong. I start to feel so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at the school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, or epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and a ceiling. Of course, a ceiling. Dark gray laminate flooring and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have a medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid you're going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. Well, I do have a heart problem, so... Not that unexpected. My lack of a reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of a burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be dangerous for your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. While the previous one caused by any sudden concussion to the chest area, there's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise will do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming? Maybe. There's a pool here. so I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. I stumbled so bad on that line. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No, really. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk. Obviously content. Good. That's it, then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit, indeed. And I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. I assume this is the main building right here, and this is the auxiliary building right here. Oh, so you were talking about how there's no steps? Well, there are steps right here, and I'm gesturing to Tech Hutch in the chat. There's a stairs right here, this door right here, which makes me think this is not, in fact, or actually, this looks like the auxiliary building right here. And there's stairs right here as well, which makes me think that we either went up here or up here to get in there. There's also this little T over here to an obvious door over there. Nothing in view over there. I'd say the lobby is about on this area. I don't know. This could be the cafeteria. Just, you know, to put that out there. So yeah, there definitely is stairs. Anyway. Oh, come on. Let me hit space again. I don't want to alt tab and alt tab back in. We'll end up having to do it. There we go. Back to text history. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. Oof. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside for so long. At all for so long. And there goes the last of my snowball. Anyway. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is. So I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes with the elevators at the ends of the hallways. It's always creepy when you're sitting in a dark room playing a game and you feel a breeze on your neck. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. It seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I'm just a guy. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and a shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements. Then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. That's a word. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Bespectacled hallmate. The special... I don't know how to say that. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Nakai, I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight into my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? The name's Kenji. Hi. Oh boy. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It's probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people, too. You can't just put back cover. That of place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I'd trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. You're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope I'm not smart. I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, then shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 109. So that guy's probably blind, or at least mostly. I wonder what that'd be like. Beige walls, white linen, and a desk made of some type of light wood. Ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. Huh. Okay, that's why. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there were a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. Notice pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Ichan. Even his parents call him that name. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, call us. You can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have. Then there would be something to do. Uncomfortable silence. After that, one sentence. With lip smacking. Oh, only one person's watching the stream now. You guys. Ah, whatever. It's still too early. I'll put the note down on the desktop and lie on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day too. Still am, I think. Fair enough. I have to distract myself somehow so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Well, you could sleep. That's what I'd do. I'd sleep. Tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Or you could walk back to the library now and go do it. If I was determined enough, I'd often do that. But I'm not determined enough to do that. But yeah, I'll do that. But for now... The bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one just to the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. What the heck? It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. What the frick? You're a protagonist, you. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. You know, there's these things called pill trays, and what you do is you take however many you need out of each bottle, and you put them in each tray for that day, or each little tray compartment for that day. Doing this, you only have to check the content, you only have to check how many you're taking once, and that's when you fill the tray up. There's even an AM and PM side where you can, if you need to take one in the morning and then it's the afternoon, in the afternoons. So it's pretty convenient. You have to fill it up every week. Or you could just get 2 pill trays and fill them up in one day, and then you've got 2 weeks worth of pills. You don't even need to fill up. But yeah, there you go. And he falls asleep. Oh, okay. He didn't fall asleep. He just kind of sat there. It doesn't start looking any more familiar. Not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. I think that's a photograph of an actual bed. I'm not going to lie. That does look like an actual bed. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for the room temperature here. Soon in the lighter shade of darkness, that is the ceiling, looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Katawa Shoujo. Current playtime, 42 minutes. Well, I'm gonna save here, guys. And that's it for this live stream. I don't want to play this. Like, I do want to play it, but I don't want to play it anymore for right now. Maybe later. That's all for this stream. This particular stream. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I might just start another live stream for a different game. Who knows? But this live stream is gonna be dedicated to this episode right here. Anyway, that's all for this episode. This live stream. Thank you for watching. If you liked the live stream, comment, subscribe, leave a like down below. It helps. That's all I've got to say. This is Tesla Bro, signing off. Peace out.